I see now why Sigma fell at the hands of Mega Man X. He is quite formidable. I am not sure our Mavericks can hold him long enough. We may have to intervene. Dr. K, what happened? A group of Mavericks calling themselves the X-Hunters have just contacted us. Greetings, we have all of Zero's parts. They can be yours, if you can defeat us. We look forward to meeting you, X. X-Zero's control chip is still stored here. I doubt it is possible to resurrect him without it. Dr. Kane, I've got to get Zero's parts back. At any cost. Which I won't be doing because I won't be fighting them in this playthrough. But welcome everybody to part 2 of Mega Man X. And as you see on screen, they show up to where stage they are going to be in. So if you want to fight them, you can choose that stage. But I'm not going to do that in the main playthrough. I'll probably do that. I'll show off the fights later on in an extra video. Just to show you how it's like. But first we are going to head to good old Bubble Crab here. Who is weak to the last boss we defeated in part 1. The Spin Wheel. Wheel Gators. Special weapon. And man, this music's awesome. I love this track in Mega Man X and X2, I should say. And Mega Man X5 does another rendition of this song, a slightly updated with instrumentals, but basically the same song in Duff McWhalen stage, and it's so good, even though that level absolutely sucks. But this level does not suck. I actually like this stage a lot. Yet it can be tricky. There is a lot of bombs, especially after you get past this initial part. But it's not too bad. You know, just take a few wits about you. Remember, you can jump higher in water for some reason. Still not really sure why. You can get in front of this fish to make them go quicker because it's kind of auto scrolly with it. I can't say that word for some reason. It's not even a word. But right here, if you dash jump properly, and I didn't do it the first time, there is a heart tank up there. You don't actually need the dash boots, although that would make it easier for you if you really want to go that route if you already have them. But you do it right, and I do it here. You get on here, and up to the right, not the left, is the next heart tank. So we are 3 for 3 on heart tanks. This game feels a little bit easier to get most of the power-ups compared to X1, and I didn't think X1 was that bad, honestly. If you start with Wire Sponge, you get most of your power-ups pretty quickly, like in the first go-around. You don't typically have to wait. I think there's 2 or 3 maybe I had to go back for. But here's what I was talking about. This can be a little treacherous here. These squid enemies electrify. I could do some damage. You get more hidden walls for stuff, and we'll talk about the hidden walls later. There's 3 special rooms in the game, but we'll show those off at another time. But again, just keep your wits about you, and you should be able to do pretty good here. I don't know what the hell I was doing. I thought there was something over here, and there is not. I shot the wall in anger. No, I just shot the wall here. Going here, we get to the second half of the stage. It's really not second half, but now you're going to have a vertical section coming up here, but it's not too bad. The enemies are well placed enough that you're not guaranteed to take damage. As a matter of fact, I don't even think I take damage here. And even if you do, you get plenty of health drops from these guys, especially the guys with the... I think I mentioned this last part, with the flatheads on their nose. They seem to have a high drop rate, so you don't have to worry about that. Where I'm going up there is where you come out of for the X-Hunter fight, if you choose to fight the X-Hunter here. And he's there, because he has to be there. But again, we'll show that off later. But now we had the Bubble Crab. Bubble Crab, again, weak to the spin wheel that you got from old Wheel Gator. And it's really isn't too bad of a fight with his weakness. He takes a lot of damage from it. I don't do this fight very well. You can definitely play a lot better than I do. I get pretty aggressive because I know he takes a lot of damage from it. But if you use your wheels properly, you can get 2 hits almost every single time on him. And sometimes even 3, and you'll see that a little bit later in the fight. I get 3 on one wheel. There's 2 right there. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. Yeah, he goes down really easily with a spin wheel. Interestingly, his refight is slightly different compared to this fight. In this fight, you notice the ceiling had nothing on it. In the refight, it has spikes. I will show that off in the extra, or later on when we do the refights. I will show how much of a different fight that can end up being, because you can't really jump as high because spikes are one-hit kill. But defeating Bubble Crab, you get the Bubble Splash. It's great for Flame Stag. You need it to get a sub-tank in Bubble Crabs that we just played, which we'll show off later. But honestly, I don't really use it often. Although the charge-up version is pretty nice, if I'm being honest with you. I kind of like the charge-up version. Which I don't think I ever show off the charge-up version of any of the weapons in this game. Whoops. Go play this game yourself. It's an awesome game. Not as good as X1, but I like it nonetheless. But we are in the Flame Stag stage, and this is a pretty short level. But the first thing you want to do is come onto this Hornbeetle, I think he is, and come up here, and you will get a E-Tank, our second one that we've gotten in this. We've actually passed a third. I hit that with the Bubble Crab. There is one you can get, but you need his charged up weapon that you get from Bubble Crab. So unfortunately, you have to guaranteed backtrack. But go fast here, have your double arm shot ready, and you can get through that thing easily and grab the heart tank, and you'll be good to go. That lava is not instant kill, though, by the way, so keep that in mind. And neither is this, which is kind of odd that it's not instant kill, but it actually is not. But yeah, as you see, I'm flying through the stage. This is not an overly long stage. It's not an overly hard stage. But another vertical section here. You want to probably use your Bubble Splash here. This bug enemy here with a fire tail will light up these gas propellants, and that will hurt you. And they actually do quite a bit of damage if you get hit by it, which is never good. But yeah, so I would recommend using some sort of special weapon here, which I didn't do. Probably even the bubbles will probably work pretty good here, especially a charge up one, which go around you. You see, I'm taking some damage there, but that's okay because we're going to the Flame Stag's battle here, and he is easy if you know what you're doing with his weakness. With the Buster, he's pretty tough. But with his weakness, the way he resets his pattern, this guy is a charm. The first thing he's going to do, though, is jump off the wall. So if you get lucky, you might be able to hit him once, but wait till he comes down, hit him, jump over the first fireball, which goes down. The second one goes up. I messed up the timing a little bit there, but now I have the timing down, and this is all the fight. If you fight him normally at half health or so, his flames go from red to blue, which you'll note in the refight. They stay blue. They start just blue. And I'm not sure if that does anything. I've heard that it makes him a little stronger, like stuff, or maybe a little faster even, but he never has an opportunity to go to the blue phase. Oh, yes he does. I did show off. I wanted to show off. That's right, I forgot about that. I honestly don't know if it makes a difference with how he fights or not, but there is that. And I forgot I showed that off. I'm glad I did. But otherwise, you could just keep hitting the bubble with the Bubble Splash, and you'll never actually see the changeover. So, but with his weakness, he goes down pretty easily, as most Mavericks do. And with that, you get probably one of the most useful weapons in the game, the Speed Burner. The Speed Burner itself is awesome, and the charge-up version is spectacular. I love this charge-up version, and you're going to need it for a couple times, although I don't use it enough. I admit I don't use these special weapons nearly as much as I did in Mega Man X1, which is unfortunate. But not all of them are as good, so it is what it is. But now we head into Morph Moth, who is weak against the Speed Burner, and he has a unique boss fight that we'll get into later, and this is his level. Decent music here, not as good as Bubble Crabs or even Flame Stags. I like Flame Stag stage as well. You need Crystal Hunter on that last enemy back there to get another heart tank. So this will be the first heart tank that we were unable to get in 5 tries. But use the spin wheel or the charge up one I got and come down here and get the Knock the Light capsule.
Mega Man X, enter the capsule. This enhancement will modify your body armor.
With it, you can absorb damage and transfer it into explosive weapon energy. It basically gives you a Giga attack. I never use it. I'm sure it's useful, but honestly I forget about it and I don't care. I don't think it's overly useful. Now once you use it, you have to take damage to refill it. And he uses it there, which is annoying. I'm always like, why would you do that? But no, this is Morph Moth stage here. Lots of these. Lots of enemies here. The shield guys. Those big guys on one wheel. You can actually hurt him to the point of where he loses his head and his helmet. But if you don't kill the wheel, he'll actually regain all of it. So be careful of that. But this is one of 2 mini bosses here. You see that in the background? Oh, this pink bug is going to possess this junk robot. What you have to do is you have to hit his middle here to get the pink robot out. You'll notice it because you'll see a little explosion. I fucked up and thought the spin wheel was the weakness of the pink robot. Don't use that. You're going to see what I use in the second battle. You might even see it here in this one. Use the Scorch. Or use the Speed Burner. Speed Burner. Way better choice. Kills him in 2 hits. It's super easy. But this boss isn't super hard. He sometimes will shoot junk at you when he's in his mode. But yeah, there you go. Boom. Took him down there pretty easily after 1 hit, because I had already hit him. These green versions, the unwinged versions, you have to be careful because they like to possess you and be on your head. And, yeah, and then make you jump or shoot. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. The ones with wings, they will just attack you. But the ones without wings, they'll actually do some interesting stuff. Spikes are 1-hit kill, but you get some free energy out of this. Down here. Oh, they're not 1-hit kill. I'm sorry, I was mistaken. I assumed they were. I forgot, I hit them. But yeah, so, yeah, just kill all these guys. You need to farm for some weapon energy or some E-tank health. You'll do that. But this is what I'm talking about. He gets on your helmet and I wasn't controlling that. It did it on its own. I couldn't control that. Eventually, it does get off your head. I don't really know what does it. But now this is the second time we fight this junk robot with the pink lizard robot. And, again, same fight as last time. Maybe slightly smaller room. But you'll notice I go Speed Burner right away. And he's dead. Done easily with the Speed Burner. But yeah, and now we have a hallway full of the green lizards. Nothing major. I royally screwed this up. I don't know. 2 charge shots killed that guy, but I didn't have him charge right away, and I screwed up. But it doesn't matter, because we are already at Morph Moth. And he's a unique battle. Remember what we saw with the intro of the stage? This is him. He's like a cocoon. So the first thing, he's gonna hang off the string, and now he's gonna just shoot junk all over the place. Hit him with a Speed Burner. Eventually, he jumps off and does this little maneuver. Just keep hitting him, and then he does a circular motion with the junk. Sometimes it goes for a little long ways. Sometimes it doesn't. But once you start getting about half health or below, you'll see that here in a minute. He'll drop down, and he'll go all the way up. The ceiling will explode, and then he'll come out of his cocoon, and then you have the main bad guy. I got a little cocky here like an idiot, so I wanted to use a charge up Speed Burner on, which was a mistake. He's not this hard to dodge with, and he's not that hard with the Speed Burner. Even with the Buster, I don't think this guy's that bad. Shouldn't have too much trouble with him, but I got hit a little bit more than I should have. Let's put it that way. But yeah, that has been Morph Moth. We kicked his ass. Like it ain't no thing. And we get from him the Silk Shot. That's useful for some hidden rooms and useful for Magna Centipede, and that's about it. But that has been part 2, folks. Come join us for part 3 as we go to Magna Centipede and we finish out the Mavericks then. Until next time, deuces.